Hey guys, it's Kylie. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about audiobooks. So my full-time gig is an audiobook narrator and a voice actress, as well as an author. So audiobooks, everybody loves them, everybody wants to listen to them, everybody wants that experience and the tingles in your ears. But you as an author may be saying, how the heck does this process actually work? Well, there's a variety of ways that audiobooks could work. You could have somebody like Amazon, which is Audible, contact you, and they will basically buy your rights for your audiobook and then they will produce it for you. Or you can go on a platform like Findaway Voices or Tantor or ACX, and those are just some of the places that I work with and know off the top of my head. And you can audition people and do your audiobook your own way and have all of the rights retained by yourself, and you get to choose the narrators and the timeline, so on and so forth. So how did I get into audiobooks? I was working in Tennessee, wasn't really happy with my job. My career that I thought I wanted was not what I wanted. I got the dream career and it just sucked. It wasn't that it was sucky, it wasn't that it was crappy, it was just I wasn't as fulfilled as I was hoping that I was going to be. So I was training under a voice actor by the name of Eric Stewart, who, if you guys are nerds like me, might know his name. He is the original Brock and James from Pokemon, and also Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was training with him in Nashville, Tennessee, and he made mention that since you love to read and you love to write, why don't you check out ACX and try to do some audiobook narration? It might be really good for you to get to know your voice that way. So I went home, I looked up ACX, talked to my husband, then boyfriend at the time, talked to him about it. He got me set up with a mic, with the audio engineering software that I needed, and I sent out about 7 or 8 auditions, just set up my profile, and then it was go, go, go. And I heard nothing for about 2 weeks, and I thought, oh, well, obviously, this was just a failed attempt. And then I got probably about 6 of those 7 or 8 auditions back as a yes, we would love to use you. Granted, I had no idea how to use my equipment yet or my audio software, so it was like shooting from the hip, and I had also done the cardinal sin of, anything in your life, and that's overbook or double book yourself. So I managed to somehow have them all agree with me that these would be done in this amount of time frame, and whoever got back to me first got priority, and then they were all done. And I started to learn my voice, the whole narration process by watching videos, listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts, listening to interviews. And then I also just love reading, and I've always been a natural out loud reader, and it was super easy for me. And that is what really got me into audiobooks. And then I was lucky enough to be chosen. My hair is doing things that hair in the South, it's never happy. So anyway, I was lucky enough to be chosen to voice Nyla Weaver in Pepper Winters' best-selling series, The Indebted series. And I worked with a wonderful guy from England, Will Watt, and we worked across the pond from each other. And we got this book series done, I think in a year or two. And there was 5 books and an epilogue. And it was just so cool. And I cannot thank her enough because it really got me noticed, got my voice noticed, and then that was pretty much all she wrote. Before our wedding, and we moved, the month before our wedding, I quit my full-time job and went full-time in voice acting because I was having to turn down voice work that was actually paying me more than my actual job. So my husband told me, you need to do this. You need to set your foundation for when we move, and so I did. and we moved to Texas, I just continued to book and continued to get work. And then my husband joined in because he's also a voice actor and an actor and a model. So he was able to join in with me on audio, and that's pretty much what we've been doing besides the voiceover, the anime, the commercial work with our agencies. That is how I got into audiobooks. And advice I would give authors looking to give into audiobooks is listen to audiobooks that you enjoy, or find narrators of audiobooks that you really enjoy listening to. Reach out to them. Ask them what platforms they work off of. Ask them the important questions. Ask them, I would love to use you. I'm inquiring about your rates. Do you have any openings? Don't be shy. We're not mean. We're super nice, and we understand that you're giving us your book, baby. So we will totally understand your apprehension, your nerves, your uncertainty. If you're a new author and never done an audiobook before, we will totally understand, and we will totally walk you through it. It is not as complicated a process as some people think it is, and I really enjoy helping first-time authors with their first audiobook because A, I get to give them a really good product, and B, I get to help ease their mind and really help to tamp down any nerves they may have going forward with a different narrator, and kind of giving them the 101 on audiobooks. And I've been doing this now for the last 4 years, coming up here shortly, and I have narrated over 200 audiobooks. So it has been quite the journey. I have read over 200 audiobooks, not including the books that I read for my own pleasure, or the books that I write and then I have to read, or books that I ARC for my author friends. So there's been a lot of reading these last few years. So if you have any questions for me about audiobooks, ask me down below in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to answer. You can check out my audiobook page on Facebook under Eros Audio, under my author page on Facebook, Kylie Stewart Author, or even my website, www.kyliestewartauthor.com. If you tap under the tab of voiceover and narration, you will see everything you will need to see. And if you have any questions and you don't want to ask here, just shoot me an email, a private message on Facebook, Twitter, DM. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. So if you like this kind of content, subscribe, leave me a like. And maybe if you really wanted to see it, I can post up me working in the booth sometime on a book that an author gives me permission to promote here on my AuthorTube channel as an audiobook narrator. One love, guys.